2017 has been chock full of wonderful game releases, some sequels and some being new IPs. Fortunately, this great year for gaming isn't over yet. I'm Gabe from Solid Blue TV, and today we're bringing you the top 10 remaining games of 2K17. One quick disclaimer is that none of these games are in rated order, meaning they are all placed randomly. Alright, so up first, at number 1 we have Call of Duty World War II. Now, it's another year of Call of Duty, but after years of futuristic warfare finally ran the tap dry, Activision is finally taking COD back to its roots, more specifically, World War II. Call of Duty World War II puts you in the laced-up boots of two soldiers with the 1st Infantry Division, also known as the Bloody First, who famously led the invasion of Normandy on D-Day. Expect lots of grits and grime, incoming airstrikes, lumbering tanks, and brutal bludgeoning of Nazi skulls, all seen from first person. There's also a multiplayer story mode plainly named War, in addition to the usual, a dramatic blockbuster-grade single-player campaign and intensely competitive PvP multiplayer in the trenches. After the massive success of Battlefield 1, Call of Duty can hopefully live up to the hype and return it back to what players have been wanting. Up next we have Fractured Butthole, and yes, you did hear that right. South Park has its special talent for satirizing current events and trends, so it's no surprise that this latest game is focused on gently mocking Hollywood's obsession with superheroes and super teams. The forever young children of South Park are at war, all dressed up as their favorite characters for tactical RPG combat. South Park: The Fractured Butthole will have 12 classes to choose from, and as the new kid you'll get to pick from a side in the conflict and a gender. Farts are making a comeback too. Rolling in at number 3 we have Wolfenstein: A New Colossus. BJ Blazkowicz and Indiana Jones have similar sentiments regarding Nazis. They really hate those guys. But BJ definitely has the edge when it comes to the Nazi body count left in his wake. Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus has you taking back America from the established Nazi regime following alternate history of the New Order, and that means gunning down and disemboweling every Nazi in sight. Next up at number 4 we have Star Wars Battlefront 2. The reboot of the original Battlefront delivered beautiful graphics and intense gameplay, but it still lacked a lot of what longtime fans wanted, like lots of content and a single-player campaign. But Star Wars Battlefront 2 sounds like it'll be the real deal. On top of the expansive multiplayer conflicts, now with heroes pulled from all 3 film eras, this sequel includes a full-on single-player campaign played from the perspective of Empire Elite soldier Iden Versio. Also, space battles will be making their triumphant return, so you can zoom around blasting enemies in an X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. There is also going to be free periodic DLC with little to none paid content. Beautiful sound for hardcore fans. Right in at number 5, we have Need for Speed Payback. Take the over-the-top drama and lovable characters of the Fast and Furious films, then sprinkle in plenty of slow-motion car crashes from the beloved Burnout games. What you get is Need for Speed Payback, an open-world racer with tons of cinematic flair mixed into its riveting chase scenes and breakneck getaways. There's also a heavy emphasis on car customization, as your 3-character crew slowly amasses a giant garage full of sick rides. Right in at number 6, we have Super Mario Odyssey. Right after launch, Nintendo Switch didn't have many games, except the wonderful new Legend of Zelda game and the return of Splatoon. Although, Super Mario Odyssey should be a grand debut for Nintendo's mascot on the Switch, whisking Mario away to different worlds involving rainbow-colored cookery, dancing sprinkler robots, and the bustling metropolis of New Donk City. The platforming Palmer also has a crucial new move, courtesy of Cappy, the spirit possessing his trademark red hat. He can possess any NPC in the world just by tossing his cap at them, opening up completely new avenues for gameplay. Here's a refreshingly different take on the first-person stealth that's become synonymous with its biggest horror games, the seemingly benign face of sunny suburbia. You play as a home intruder in Hello Neighbor, breaking into the suspicious house next door while the owner is still there, bad move, and praying that they don't discover you poking about in pursuit of dark secrets hiding behind the bolted-up basement door. The neighbor's AI will adapt itself to mess with your expectations from previous playthroughs, and it's entirely possible that you're the villain here, invading an innocent person's home through some misguided mission to expose them. Now at number 8 we have my personal favorite, Assassin's Creed Origins. If you thought Assassin's Creed had grown a bit stale in the recent years, you're not alone. But after the Brotherhood took a year-long hiatus, Assassin's Creed Origins looks like it has the goods to revitalize the long-running series. You play as Bayek, one of the earliest assassins undertaking secret missions in a gorgeous, sunny and shining rendition of ancient Egypt. Developed by much of the same team that made Black Flag, Origins does away with the tired AC elements like sync towers and minimap bloat to refocus on giant vistas to explore and satisfy action RPG combat to master. You can even ride a horse or camel into battle, trading in the stealth approach for a stylish entrance. Popping into number 9, we have Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. The journey to catch 'em all never truly ends, and dedicated Pokemon trainers can expand their collection even further with these fresh installments for 3DS. Rather than full-blown sequels, this pairing builds off the tropical Alola region presented in Pokemon Sun and Moon, offering alternate stories and some new Pokemon we haven't even seen before. Details on how exactly these new spin-offs will justify a return journey have yet to be revealed, but for some, the mere presence of a new Pokemon should be enough to spur another purchase. And last, but definitely not least, we have Gran Turismo Sport. Whether you're a fan of the racing genre or not, Sony's Gran Turismo series is a legend in the racing game, but players itching for ultra-realistic driving simulations have a lot to choose from these days, with competitors like Forza, Drive Club, and Project Cars taking advantage of GT's absence on modern consoles. With any luck, Gran Turismo Sport can bring GT back to the limelight with the series' PS4 debut. It's been a long time coming, but GTS should have the kind of obsessive detail, lifelike handling, gorgeous vehicles, and stupidly pretty tracks, with 4K and HDR support on PS4 Pro of course, that racing sim fans have come to expect. That's all from me guys. Sooner or later we will have a 2018 top 10 coming up, so if you like what you saw, click that like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.